guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, Atmara's Talk. So today we're going to be having a very interesting conversation, like a random topic based on the trend, but we're going to start by introducing ourselves.
Alright, hello, my name is Mila, also known as Damilari.
Dam.
Hi, I'm Joey.
Hi, I'm Isaac.
Hi guys, I'm Marike.
Okay. I'm so happy to have
You
everyone.
go.
I'm Mara.
Mara. Okay, sorry.
And I'm excited to have every one of you here. It's really going to be an engaging conversation based on the trend. And it's the ongoing trend about Chrisland school. So the first question is this. What do you guys think about the Chrisland issue?
Am I doing first?
How you what do you think? You can show your ladies first.
No.
No, ladies first, actually.
Yes, Isaac.
You guys are pushing it to me, yeah?
No,
Anyways,
no.
it's actually very, very disappointing. And I'm not surprised because stuff like this happens every day, but we just don't hear about it.
True.
So it's kind of crazy, and I kind of blame everybody. Especially the teachers, because I'm sure because they can't travel all the way to Dubai, and there's no teacher that follows them or someone to supervise or anything. So for letting that happen, even hostels, if you're in hostel and somewhere is too quiet, your I don't know what they call it, is this school matron or stuff, they will come and confirm what is going on, that this place is too quiet compared to going to another country as a whole, and nobody is actually paying attention to those kids. To the point of playing trick or day.
But you're actually playing it.
It was a game. The thing was a game. You're playing trick or day. So I dare you to abort this game.
You don't even like that game to start with. And now, hearing you say that kids are playing.
I am only find the game absurd because every time I say the truth and dare, the only thing that comes to Nigerian minds.
Yeah.
I dare you to kiss.
Yes.
Person. I dare you to off. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
So to me, I don't know.
But that's like
Just heartbreaking. Anybody?
That's really good.
based on the game. That was what the game was.
No, it's not. You can actually dare to do something else.
Yeah, but we all know the game was founded on. I think it's already like changed the rules. It's one of those like a question and answer thing.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to teach him that okay, fine. The idea of scripture is not really absurd if it was like founded upon people's sexual experience. So then for right, it's not an age appropriate thing for those kids at all. But then so you just like pick that out. So moving on. How it does like it does like a quick recap of the whole thing. You saying it was a script or there
It was.
situation and she was like, oh, so you didn't even know that it was a
I know.
It was. That was what I saw actually. I don't know.
I think
Maybe you guys.
It's
No,
definitely.
it was a truth and then this
You
experience.
said
from-
it was the truth and the and but wait, for 10 years old kids, how will you dare someone to? I dare you to have sex in front of us.
Like,
Look out, girl.
the thing is, it's a process. For you to get to that extent where like they remove clothes and they're
She was completely naked.
No, actually, for me, I do feel like there are different sides to the story. There are different releases to the story. What Chrisland released said it was a truth or dare game. Then what the mother released said she was raped.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, he said
No, she didn't say
no.
she
She said Ubi Franklin's report.
Obin
said
she was raped. The mother said
and the
she
mother
was sick.
so like
Like,
they're
it's so
just
stupid.
different. Then after all of the stories come out, then we have the video that comes up,
Yeah.
and the video tells us entirely
Something-
different things.
Very cool.
That was like I had to go and
It's
check
very
the video when people were
contradictory
saying
things.
it wasn't very.
I mean, and she really looks like a really energetic
She was-
person for
she
10
was
years old.
like-
A really energetic
Even
person
scout girls
for
don't
10
because I was trying to do it and my neck was like, it's not easy.
But you tried it.
She's a very energetic
Oh my
person.
gosh. Yeah, I
I'm
get
a
it.
very active when it comes to my sexual life.
I'm very
So
experienced.
it's not easy. I'm talking from experience. It's not easy for a 10-year-old girl to be so comfortable in doing that style, and she's still playing.
Actually, whether she's
God.
there, whether she's there,
When is the
I can't
Gabriel
remember
coming?
precisely, but then the whole thing looked consensual. Like,
Yes, from the
You
video.
see,
He was consensual
and
because
like between all the four parties, I think there were 4, like 3
No.
guys and a girl.
there were even 4 guys.
So the whole thing looked like okay, it's
No, there were 5.
Okay, there were 5 in total.
3 boys,
Three boys, then
then
two
two.
persons.
Okay, so
But
To me,
But
the
then
guy
for
wasn't
them
even
to have
doing
that-
anything.
for them to have that time,
The guy was
The guy wasn't. No, he wasn't even doing
So
anything.
it was the girl.
The girl was having the time of her life.
quick question here. Who is really at 40? The girl or the guy?
See, honestly, that point.
we should like break the whole thing down.
I don't think we
I
should
think we
make
can't-
it
we
about
can't
the kids.
for-
Yeah.
Because we can't, I don't think we should make it
So,
about
So,
the kids.
we're not there.
Let's
Yeah.
let's try.
We're not in the
No, I'm actually,
It's a
trying to
competition.
look from the video aspect. For the child to be so
Are we
comfortable
dissecting
to-
the video?
No, I'm just saying.
Okay.
For the child to be so comfortable to the extent that she was playing with the others while she was in that act, it's kind of, I don't know how to explain it. Somehow, to me.
I think that they were having the fun of their life. So I think
Yes, to them, they're
that,
actually having
they really
unnecessary
did not-
fun.
Because they were
don't need
excited
at
and
that age.
comfortable.
Yeah,
Yeah, they were very comfortable, even in the presence
And
of
they're not even
others.
probably looking that if is somebody coming, is
They love
Exactly,
their
which is
routine.
why I'm saying
She was
try and
not shy,
dissect
they were
that
not-
scenario. Okay, let's play it out. Okay, they went for a competition in Dubai. Abi? Okay, so let's assume that they finished the whole competition. That we can base that on the fact that they were comfortable doing what they are doing. It wasn't as if they were
I
preparing
don't
to
think
go
that was their
somewhere.
first time.
It wasn't as if they were going for the competition, so we can like actually base it on the fact that the competition has actually ended. Probably they won or probably did not.
Yeah, they
but
won actually. According to
okay.
what I read, they had I think 16 medals or something. like
Okay,
that.
so we shall know from the old video, we actually know that the competition turned out fine for them. So that aside, so we definitely know that after that, the whole competition thing, it was like a celebratory thing for them. So those that took them for that competition, like the teachers,
teachers,
stars,
supervisors, and all.
the supervisors that were where are they in that?
That's
in
what-
that
that was my
scenario? That's
question.
one. That's question one. Where were they to leave those kids unsupervised like that? Like
And
we
what-
find
The fact that let's say they were celebrating another person.
Fine, they were-
How did that girl even have access to their room?
fine, okay, fine. They were all in the room together, but then why would you like put all of them in the room unsupervised? That
Well, I think let's just trash that out just ASAP because if you look at the setting of lodging,
yeah.
and then when it comes to school kind of group thing, when you go out and you kind of like lodge, yeah, there is going to be a separate, let's say, block
Yes,
for
now.
staff, right?
Are you sure?
Yeah,
Yeah,
most
that's
times.
how it
Most
is.
times.
Yeah.
So if this exact like block is for like the students, the teachers or the staff like
So it's not a scenario where you have a male staff or a female staff, where like the male kids will give it the male staff.
No,
They're
no,
supposed
but
to
then
separate
they
from
don't
Dubai.
put the same sex in one room.
Yeah.
From the video, she was very
Yeah.
clear.
Even addressing that
Right.
also, we come to understand that there are 4 other guys in the room.
Yeah, so
with
probably
us.
those are
it's-
like
there is
like
a
the guys in the
tendency,
room.
exactly.
Like those
and
are
she
their
comes to
room. So
visit them.
she came to the
She came to visit them.
Like their friends.
And their
because
friends.
And their friends, they were very
know
comfortable.
themselves.
Very
Because
comfortable.
the other person
They
is
knew
also
themselves.
this is
And I mean it's
11,
Dubai.
yeah.
If it was Nigeria, it probably would not have happened like this. It's
Yeah.
Dubai, so they were free. I mean, whoever was the security at that time would not even see anything wrong in the lady
In
coming
the
to that
coming,
room.
No,
And
it's
besides,
Dubai.
They
Dubai
couldn't
is
have
very
known.
sensitive when it comes to some.
But they couldn't have known, like,
Dubai is very
wait,
sensitive.
but now let's address this. Let's look at this. Even if we are friends, okay, let's assume 3 of us were friends, and we are lodged in a room. We have the key cards to that room. We decide who we want to let into that room
Those
or who we want to let out.
not 18.
I don't
They
think they
need-
will have access
they need
to
To
the
the
key
key
card.
cards.
supervisor.
If they don't have
They
access
can't
to the
just have
key
access.
cards, they will be locked
But
out.
I think
They definitely do have
we're
access
trying
to
to
the
look at
cards.
this thing from the Nigerian perspective. I've gone to a couple of places where I had to like lodge in the hotel and how like hotel really works. Those kids
Lodging for
had
secondary
access
school.
to their rooms.
Yeah,
Do you get? Once you're in the room,
you can always
You
open,
can always open your
the
door.
door. So key card
do
or
you
no
get?
key
So
card,
key card or no key cards.
Yeah,
you can always,
that's
if I
Yes,
can,
but
you can
then-
always come in.
Yeah.
it's a
And then these
competition.
kids are with phones. So
Yeah.
what's up? I'm outside the door already. Open the
I
door.
open the door. It's pretty easy.
Exactly. But then lodging for a school competition.
It changes. Okay. Let's
It's not Nigeria. You guys should
I know
just
it's
leave it out.
not Nigeria,
okay.
but let's
But for that age,
See, no.
for that
See,
age,
sorry, quick one.
Are we
There is-
supposed to stay when they go for the
There
They're
is
supposed to
no way they would lodge and then you expect them to have at least a guardian. Because looking at it in a contextual sense, we don't know how many of them even went for the competition.
That's the
We don't know how many guardians followed them. So that means
Actually,
Chrisland would actually have had to sponsor every guardian that would follow so that they could have at least one guardian in the room.
yeah.
Are they ready to spend that money?
The parents
Are they-
sponsor their kids.
I don't know,
Parents
so-
sponsored
from the video
themselves.
of the
From the
mother.
video of the mother, she
Are they
paid
not
for her
supposed
daughter.
to?
No.
No,
It
you're
looks
not
like
supposed- I-
yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah,
it's
no,
supposed
like,
to.
yes,
Probably
they
they
are
sponsored
supposed.
about maybe maximum of 3.
They would have sponsored a certain number, but
Do you get?
you
But
can't
those-
split
okay, let's
around the
assume-
number of
I
schools.
get what people are
We
saying.
can't say
The way
we
you
can't say
define
we
it.
can't say the number of students that went. That way we can't say amount of staff or guardians.
For you not to be able to be accountable for a particular student, they are still
Okay,
Do you know?
Okay,
Let's look at
sorry.
it logically. This
No,
happened
number.
in the hotel room.
in the
So
hotel room.
very much the accountability part doesn't play here
Okay.
because they are safe. They are in the venue.
Yeah,
where
you
they were
venue-
not.
okay.
But why would a girl go to the boys' room without
You might-
permission?
Okay, no. Yeah, I want to draw your attention to something.
Not
Okay,
to
wait, hold
take
on, hold on,
permission
hold on,
from
hold
your
on,
teacher
hold on.
and say you want to see your friend or give
Hold
something
on,
to your
hold
friend
on.
and
Let
then
me ask
anything
you.
can
And,
just
with,
happen.
and if you see the
who
history of
actually
the
went to
school,
a boys' school
they
here?
are doing the school like some kind of like a contemporary kind of thing. Like it's not
Quick question.
cultural based. Do you
Quick
get?
question.
So they do prom in this school. So this kind of thing are
No,
very like,
it doesn't
we
change
stop-
anything.
no,
My
no,
school
what I'm
also
saying-
did
what I'm
prom.
saying
We did lunch until late in the
No,
night.
what I'm
Quick
saying is like
question,
they do
who actually went to boarding school here?
I did not.
Okay, I think I have a bit of idea about it. You can't go to the male hostel.
Okay, sorry.
With
Let
that-
me
No,
paint.
to me,
Sorry,
it's
chill.
same
Okay, sorry.
Well, close to
I want to try and
Oh, you
paint.
even need-
Sorry,
you're not even in your
I
own
want to try
comfort
and paint a typical scenario for you.
Okay.
So, a school gathering, a school outing, we traveled out. Now, let's assume there are like 20 students, that pupils that went, and let's say 4 of them lodged and there are 5 rooms. And then the teacher is definitely lodged in a separate room. Now, after lights out, because according to the press release for Chrisland, they said that everything happened after lights out. And we definitely know it's after lights out because other guys in the video were saying they wanted to sleep. But the noise could not allow them to sleep, that the bed was shaking.
And she was
Yeah,
like, she doesn't get it.
exactly. And she didn't even give a shit. She just looked at them and she continued whatever she was doing. Now, this is a possible scenario. After lights out, and okay, everybody to your rooms, hope you are safe, you've eaten and everything. Good night, everybody. Sleep. Don't come outside. Don't open the door for anybody. And they go to their rooms.
I don't think you have named the teacher. No.
I don't think the teachers are
I'm
sleeping
not-
because now,
I'm not-
here it comes is the point of personal decision of the girl. Okay,
Wait,
do I want
To
to
me,
go?
it's still-
because
I still believe
that-
that in one
what?
way or the other, there's
That's
supposed to be a
very
teacher
fact-
with
it's
them.
fact.
Because apart from the fact
So
that
is the teacher supposed
they-
to sleep in the room?
Yes. Because apart from the
understand,
wait.
Are you
Apart
trying
from
to
the
tell
fact
me
that
that
wait,
teachers will have
do you know
different
that
lodging?
wait, do you
Yeah,
know that
that's
this is how
And
the child
the male and female
starts?
teachers will be in the same lodge.
Okay. Sorry, quick one.
In the same room.
If we are arguing, if we are arguing from a
No,
point,
no.
sorry, if we are arguing
No,
from
no.
a point
You're not
of,
getting this.
sorry, just a minute.
No.
If we are arguing from a point of teachers being with them in the room, and the fact that teachers not being with them in the room is the cause of this, then logically we could say for everybody in school room, there should be a guardian in the room.
But
You see,
It's just like
Because
all
we can
typical university hostels, right?
Yeah.
Have maximum of 2 quarters. Or
And
3.
female
Which
female
one?
gender
Which one?
portal, like
They
they are
don't
they are gender
even
based.
they don't even go to the rooms to check.
Exactly.
But
For them,
see, you don't get it from my own
Now,
part.
if look at something, let's take one of our school hostels here. There's a time for visitation, right?
Yeah.
So once you sign in,
There's
whatever
no
goes
answer.
on in the room
It's none of their
is none of
business.
their
are you trying to tell me
They are
that?
adults. Those ones are adults.
like we're just trying to say
Wait,
it's like
are you
this
trying to
is
They
tell
are
me that
adults. It's not
a
just-
I'm not saying
guy
that-
can enter a female's hostel, like a female's room?
Let me
in our
it
school?
happens now.
In our
It's
school,
happening.
yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
Okay, let's
are
see
you
how
for
it
real?
See, wait,
I'm
I
here.
agree with the
Okay,
fact that,
okay.
okay, they're supposed to, be on their own room once it's light out. Okay, what if it was somebody else, like a stranger, that came into their room?
No, this is the point. Now, Z already raised up this point. The fact that we are living in an age where we get our phones.
That's what
So
I'm
I can
saying.
easily be in touch.
Wait,
Hey, baby boy,
what if it
where are
was
you?
someone, okay, probably one of those kids actually have access to somebody in that same country. Oh, I'm somewhere now. You can come with your friends to either go
No, I
or
think-
do
I think-
something.
This would have been
These
a
are
different
really-
story.
that's-
Now let me tell you
that's-
something.
I think to me, I believe and I strongly advise that there should be a teacher with them in that room. Because apart from all these ones themselves, they can actually practice lesbianism.
Okay.
Or sexually, they can do a lot of
That's
things.
like extreme because
See, if you cannot see it, if you cannot see it,
the gay topic you're trying to bring out here plays in every scenario of hotel
Sorry.
Wait,
or
I
whatever.
get, but
Not
we are
even on this
forgetting
part.
the fact that these kids are still kids.
Yeah.
If they were 18, you can leave them. What is baby? These
Okay,
are
okay.
baby.
The argument should be now. I think we're already trashing out the fact that this is not rape. Like
It's
you
not
said,
rape.
what if
Definitely.
someone else came from outside and then
Okay.
joined the room? Maybe it would have been the case where the boys would call their teacher and
Uh-huh.
report. But no, they didn't report.
I think
nobody
the person
did
not
anything.
Actually, the thing is,
correct information to get to the student.
no,
Like
for
this
you,
is a student of that particular school,
Exactly.
so the person can actually pass security.
This is a-
Hello, I get to be friend.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
now,
part of this.
okay,
You know already that I came here.
quick one. Now, we look at it from, okay, teacher should be in the rooms with them, teacher shouldn't be in the room with them and all of that. Okay, yes, if we want to be logical and we want to throw blames and shades, we could actually throw a little bit of shade to Chrisland for actually leaving those kids be. But now let's just calm down and let's just think about it logically. Does that video look like it was our first time?
We all know that was not happening.
No.
You see when I
If
said
we
that
are
that's
throwing
not-
shade, now if we are throwing shade at Chrisland,
Did you hear
I
when I
got
said
you.
that shit is not
I got you. All right. Now let's look at it from this point. If that was not our first time, then what shade exactly are we throwing to
Yeah.
Chrisland?
No,
the
the-
shade
the-
they are
the
trying to
shade that-
Chrisland is the fact that
Yeah,
they're trying to cover it up.
Yeah, they're trying to cover it up. And
Okay.
they left the kid unattended to. It's easy. It's a competition. Book a room next to each other. Teacher will stay here, the students will stay here. Or opposite
There was
each
even
other.
this one.
It's simple.
I think
But we don't
it's
know
not
actually.
Mercy
We don't know if
Mercy
teacher
Johnson's
did
daughter.
not-
I think
we don't know, so we can't actually conclude.
Mercy Johnson's
No,
daughter.
we can't
Mercy
go-
We actually
don't
know.
know.
We don't know.
Mercy
What
Johnson's
room
daughter.
side to side?
Mercy Johnson's
Two rooms side to
Mercy
side.
Johnson's daughter was in that was in that.
Yeah, she went with
she
her dad.
went.
She went
But
with
she
her
went with her
dad.
dad.
Yeah, she went with her dad.
She went with her dad.
went
But
with
she
her
was
dad.
there. Mercy Johnson's
Yeah,
daughter.
Mr. Johnson's
Be
daughter
with
went
you.
with that.
She
Even
was
she-
there
she-
too.
she-
She was the same. I think it's the same school.
This guy, this musician, a very popular musician.
Oh, see me down.
No, the video and Whiskey.
Yeah.
His song.
His
was
song
also-
too.
Yeah.
No, the video song actually.
Is it
Davido? No,
It's
Whiskey.
Whiskey, yeah.
And their parents were there.
So I think.
So for you to like to me,
no, yeah,
all
okay,
this-
okay, that's
Okay,
like
sorry.
a particular
No.
friend that
From
has
this,
time
from
to
this,
follow
from
them
from
now.
this new point of view, we've been able to raise a difference between one type of parents and the other kind of parents. So
Yeah,
if you-
sometimes
if you
it's
now
so
want
much
any
now
kind
you
of
watch
parents-
Mother's
Video.
she mentioned it that I handed over my daughter to
To
you.
the school, yeah.
So I mean, it's a school. There's a level of trust as a parent to the
Yeah.
school. So I can allow my child go on a
But-
trip
but
with
then-
you.
but
There's a
then
level of trust.
the way
If I'm
the
putting my
mother-
child in this school, there's a level of trust. I'm trusting these people to handle my child.
Yeah.
So I don't want to blame a parent that did not follow their kid.
The account.
No, that's that we
the
should
account.
That's not- that's not-
accountability
that's not
should be on the
That's
part of the
accountability.
school. Yeah.
So
Because
I
that's
trust
why
the school
their
enough
parents
to
allow
handle
them
my
to-
kid.
Yeah. Sure, but
Did
then
your parent follow you to come to school? Your first time of traveling to Akure? No,
That's
because they trust.
university
No,
now.
it's not just university. It was his first time in Akure, but then they trust him enough that hey, you can take care of yourself.
At what
Whatever people you are going to meet there, you can take care of
Wait,
you at the same time.
Wait, at what age?
15, he said
Were
it's
you
over
there?
now.
No.
Wait, were you
Harry,
there?
hold on, no.
No,
I think this is not the first time we are traveling, even before university,
Even before
primary
university,
school,
exactly.
we
Travel
without
also.
our parents.
Okay,
The excursions you go to,
Yeah.
did your parents follow you for excursions?
Okay, see.
We come
Yeah,
back.
see, okay.
It doesn't
Sorry,
mean
sorry.
that they follow
My
you.
mom
A lot
called
of
you
things.
like 20
A
times.
lot of things can
You
be like,
Maybe the
I'm
mom
very
calls,
generic.
so-
Okay, see.
Mami, she will make sure she talks to me.
Do you know?
Maybe the girl's
My
mom
mom-
called her too, so you never can
Exactly.
say, so
Okay.
maybe I'm
Sorry. Now, this is one point. Yes, there is a level of shade being thrown at Chrisland, because if Chrisland did their jobs properly, this would not be out there.
and then the
But
account.
then, chill. But then that doesn't stop this girl from doing whatever she had been doing.
Like, to me, I'm so
Yeah.
sorry to ask this question, but to me, I've been thinking, at that age, she is so exposed to that. Fine, they'll actually get her trying
Are you sure she
tell
needs
her-
therapy?
Wait. Counseling and all. At 10 years old. I'm sorry I keep saying, pointing at
But
this
then-
statement.
Is that
Cowgirl position. Imagine
saying
what she
13
will
though.
do when she's 20.
Look, let's leave that.
Let's
Let's
leave the future.
let's leave out the
For her to
star.
be so exposed at, this,
At that age.
at that age, I'm telling you. See, you don't want
Okay,
to
okay,
get
sorry.
You guys are leaving out one thing.
Sorry, one thing.
Let's sideline the school. I'm not saying the school is doing their job. I'm not saying they're not doing their job.
There are
Now,
stages to this
these
thing.
people have access to their phones. They have access to the internet. The internet is a terrible
Me, I
place.
strongly believe.
Right?
I strongly
So see,
believe.
regardless of whatever good thing you're trying to
I
buy
strongly
in a
believe.
child,
No child
access
of
to
mine.
internet is
No
really,
child
really
of
something that is
mine
wild.
Okay,
would
okay.
have access to internet
Okay.
till they are 15, 16.
And again, I am
It's
sorry to
nothing-
say, but that is not
That's
It's
not possible.
possible. It's
That
possible.
is not
It's
possible.
possible.
With this age that we are
This
in,
age.
current age,
It's
this
possible.
is not possible.
It's how?
Okay.
And you even said your child will not school here. I remember you saying that.
Yes.
So,
This is your cousin. Okay. Now look at it. Even if you prevent your child, even if you prevent
there's
your
what
child,
Hold on, let's
child
Support.
protest. No, not support.
No,
Protection from
on the phone,
You're on the
yeah.
phone.
So,
I wish I was
is your child not going to go to school?
are they not going to
They're
meet
not
other
going to-
You're
children?
working in a tech hub.
You're not
I
going to
care. Wait,
school,
I care. You're working in a tech hub. And I
Anytime
believe
anybody wants to be a
that.
tech,
I believe that. Wait, you believe in
in
tech. Yeah, you believe in tech, right? So
Wait,
you're going to wait for your
you're
child
going
to
to
go
wait
to
for
Your tech, your guy can be. Your children are going to meet other children that would show them what our parents
Do
do.
you know what makes the more I get this thing,
Yes.
the more I actually
The more- let me-
when my
do you know the
when
truth
my child-
about
when my
kids?
baby is 13,
Do you know the truth
I will
about kids?
start teaching them sex education.
Why wait? That's the
Wait,
thing. Why wait till 10-year-old girl? Okay, chill. Sorry.
When I was 10, I was still
You understand? Like
No, that's where you're getting it wrong. Don't wait
like
till
Mila
you're
said, the kids have a level of curiosity.
Definitely.
Right?
That's
now,
a teenager.
now the error you might be wanting to make is that the more you try to shield a child from something,
They want to know
the more they
more
about
about
know
you.
why you are
I
shielding
want
them
to see,
from that thing.
this all this is
Generation.
Are you here?
what you allow your kids to do.
If you allow them, they can press you from the womb.
See, I know, I am.
Yes, now that's why the
I have a
tech
friend,
generation.
is 32 and is still a virgin.
Okay.
And this has nothing to do with the parenting or whatever.
Personal choice.
But his parents actually gave him some morals that even when he's not staying with them anymore, he was still able to, hold to that. That doesn't mean he doesn't see girls though. There's a time he
That
just
happens
happens
with us, like even without our parents, we are living our
No,
life.
sometimes, what the parents teach their kids matters. What those kids listen to. I don't subscribe to a child.
No, you
I
shouldn't
don't subscribe to
deny.
a child.
You shouldn't
listening
deny the
to
positive
songs
aspect
like
of
Naira Marley,
technology. No.
Zazan. What's this stupid boy's name? Sorry. What's this guy's name? No, Naira Marley. But not Popoli. One that Zazu.
Can you not
Like I don't think I want my
Okay,
kids
okay.
to listen to
Alright,
something like
alright,
that. The one that I'm listening to, the one that I want to try to figure out.
Okay, sorry, to you guys.
This
You guys,
internet generation.
Okay,
It's
okay.
everywhere.
Okay,
No
chill.
one just-
So you're justifying the
Just
fact
a
that all
minute.
kids are the
Just a minute.
tendency
Just a
of
minute.
being-
Just a minute.
Let's hear Joey.
Just a minute. Just a minute. Just a minute.
No,
No,
not
no,
every
no.
kid is
You don't-
exposed to such.
You don't
But
get-
every kid that is in this generation or in this environment of ours have equal exposure. Now, don't get me wrong. Some people might be using some kind of phones that are different from some others.
But
Some
then
people might be
you know
engaging
how
with
that
social media
works.
more than some other
Do you know
people.
how?
But this is the internet. Anywhere you go, you see stuff. Anywhere you go.
There's no
It's
way.
me,
That's
I don't
your
know.
friend.
There's
Your
no
friend
way.
that is 32. I can
Did you-
say that
okay, let me
the
ask
bulk
you
of everything that makes him still a virgin at 32 is personal decision.
Let me ask you this
It's
question.
not what his parents did.
Yeah.
Some of the things you've seen on the internet.
Yes.
Do you know that there are sometimes that you don't actually go out to like look out this thing for
They
yourself?
come to
You
you.
don't go. You don't have the intention of
You
checking
don't
out
know
yourself.
yourself.
They just come to you that there are some things that they just come to you. There's no how you do it.
It's normal.
You know
but
that
to
there
me-
are ads flying
See,
all
you know
around.
why I actually use that my friend as an example? He didn't just came from heaven with that kind of morals.
Yes.
Yeah, of
He
course.
was actually
of course.
built
Yeah,
inside of
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah,
So
sure.
me
Not
or
as much
me
as-
or
But
me
see,
or
that's
that
what
is
I'm
very
saying.
He
low.
said he's 32.
It's a decision
I
also.
am very sure that he has engaged with people who are not virgins or people who are sexual, crazy guys. He's 32. Like, 32 years.
See, I can have-
You would have had a lot of engagement.
It's just
But-
his own decision.
But
Stay.
still, there's some morals that keeps me from doing some things that to me, doing these things doesn't make sense to me. Some people call it fun. I don't see it as fun.
Some things,
So you
that's
get
a
this
different,
benefit
that's
of
how
what
we
my mom
have,
taught me.
that's how we have different personalities, right? See, your mom's training landed you to the university and took you through the university. Trust me, that's where it ended. The remaining things you've been engaging in is personal decision. Is you.
But I got the personal decision from what I was taught. I didn't bring it from
Yes.
else.
and also it plays a part of your personality
I don't
and
even
your
think
kind of
about what you
person.
thought
See,
sometimes.
I
You
don't
know,
because
so
I don't
like
think
my
I
kind
do
of
my
person,
life
my
is
kind of person
you know
now.
what there?
You
The
know
one
me,
I'm
you know me
not
if I could
that
not attend
happened.
parties as a
You the one
young
that
guy.
killed that boy.
But because I do not enjoy parties normally, so it don't really
So I don't think it's about
Yeah.
what you were taught.
It's not
I
about
don't
what you
think-
were
You know I'm scared of getting having kids. Cause honestly,
It's a lot of work.
It's a
these
different
days.
thing to be afraid
It's a lot of
of
work.
childbearing and having children.
It's
Let me
not
tell
only
you something.
childbearing
Simi
part,
Dakolo's
it's
child.
training.
Simi Dakolo's daughter, I saw a video of where the girl was doing some things about game and
Yes,
she's
she
a
makes money
gamer
out
or
of game.
something. And so I see other children who are tech gurus, like they're learning technology, they're learning coding, they're learning things, very important things and nice things that will help them in future. So you don't just because of this one girl that engaged in something like this and then you start disregarding the fact
I know
that
some
the
kids
internet
that are very
is
good.
important or
It's very
there's this
important.
good side of it. So you saying that you're not going to allow your child make use of the internet till
16.
16, I
Then
don't
you
think
can
that's
do whatever
right.
you want to do.
Because what will the child be learning?
Like, what is
Where are you getting the information
Okay,
from?
see.
Like, I don't.
No, they can actually have access to metaverse, Python, and all those stuff.
Do you realize where things come in when
I
you
know.
when you can't even put a restriction of whatever goes
I
out
know.
there?
I had a-
If you
it boils
notice,
down,
if you
it boils
notice,
down to-
movies that were in our generation when we were like younger, that were rated 18 plus, now are rated 16. Have you noticed that thing? There's no more 18
There's
plus
even
movies.
16. Are you sure there's still 16 safe?
Now,
No,
just
no,
imagine.
no, this-
because you as a parent, with this kind of
I've never seen
mentality,
any movie.
try to say
I'm not
something.
seen
If your child wants to go
I've
see a
never
movie,
seen 18
if your
safe.
child wants to go see a movie,
Yeah.
the thing you will check is the rating. Okay, 13 plus. Okay, my child is 14.
Sorry,
I'll tell you-
I don't know.
I'll tell you
Wait.
that.
Sorry, wait.
Do you think
There
they
is
those
no-
parties?
Sorry, there is no 18 plus again.
Have you checked the thriller of
Yeah,
Wait,
Bridgerton?
oh, wait, oh.
Have you checked the
It is
thriller of
parental
Bridgerton?
guidance, so not even
We are
18 plus,
watching.
so.
We are watching.
It is
movies
PG, oh.
together.
It's
Parental
not 18
advice.
plus, so.
We are watching a movie together.
Bridgerton.
We are
Have
going
you
to
checked
the
the
idea.
advert, the thriller? Do you see any of
Do you
those
see any of those
things
things
there?
Yeah,
there?
No, but when you
Yeah,
enter
what's
the
the video?
episode,
When you do, because are you minding me? Oh, okay, it's just
There's
like,
something
no,
you
no,
can't
no, sorry,
control.
Chill, it's just like when we used to grow up and we were watching movies, yeah, and parents notice they're about to
yeah, and you
Then
pass
they
over.
pass then they're like,
You now pass over, you now pass
No,
over.
that's not life.
No, you just turn your back.
But honestly,
you just throw that, you
Just-
Or you
just,
guys had phones, just quickly face
you
your
just
back.
just that. It still boils down to the more you give your kids, what you tell them.
no, definitely,
How
definitely.
they
From
feel,
that
what
point
you
of view,
do.
I think
It's
it's
moral.
a lot. It's from the exposure, not
It,
the
apart from the exposure for your child, see, Mara, cut me if I'm lying. Can your daughter come home? There's no how if you observe your child very well, you will notice some changes from the way they behave and stuff. For you not to pay attention to those things, to the point that that child.
Okay, now, based on this point you
But
brought
what
up,
if she learns it like from that?
There's
that
no
game?
how.
no, it's not that
You will
thing,
still-
no, okay, now,
Maybe
based
it's
on,
not possible.
Okay,
It's not possible.
okay, just a minute. Now, based on this point you actually brought up,
Then she's-
it brings
Yes.
it calls our attention to how we our parents are available to our children. Because now, if you look at the video the woman reviewing that, she was saying something like, okay, they called that, she said she was out of Lagos, and she was coming back in 2 days, and she came back, blah, blah, blah. So she doesn't even have time for her kids.
Don't say that.
No. It depends now. They are
I'm
parents.
a parent and I'm trying to cater for my kids. I have to travel. I have to
Understood.
work.
Understood.
There's some
But
things that if they call your attention to,
that you are
no
telling
matter where you are,
immediately. Are you telling me they call your attention to your
then your
child?
child is dead. You will say you
You tell me that waiting for 2 days. Are you waiting for 2 days?
not dead.
No. Chill. Your school reaches out. The school No, they didn't even tell us
No,
the
that-
child was molested.
Oh,
They just called our attention. They just called our attention that they needed attention.
They need that attention in this school. I mean, hello, your
I
attention
can't
is
say
needed
I
as
need
a
my
parent
attention in
your
school
school.
and I'll wait for 2
Yeah.
days now
You
to
call
my
me.
attention.
No, please let me
It's
call
not
me now.
possible.
You don't
When
get
you're
it.
telling me you need my attention without telling me why.
Why?
you need that.
And
then
I
you
don't
know
know.
it's
That's
urgent.
I don't give
Why?
up
We need to
importance
explain
of that.
what urgency. So we know.
If you call me now and tell me, oh, I need to talk to you about something, but let's talk about it later. There's nothing
There's
I'm
no
doing.
out. I would continue thinking about that particular thing.
Maybe she's just decentralized, but that doesn't mean.
Yeah, that doesn't mean
she will
not,
run
like,
down there and start.
come
No,
on.
but you have
Do you
to
know what
give
she
her the
went
fact
to
that.
face? What is like a business proposal like going to help their life in future?
see.
I mean, this is just something you just call and say your child, your
What about
attention is needed for your
financial
child.
attention?
That's
The
not
child
so
died.
big.
I was hearing his voice in the background of the video.
No, I was getting it.
Yeah, everybody talking about the mother. Yeah,
What about the father? If you come to
I think the father was the one who put a call out through to Ubi Frank.
So what? Okay, since they can't reach the mother, why didn't they reach the father?
So basically, let's
It's
come back.
just a
Let's come
question.
back to the whole
Yeah.
list. Let's come back to the whole list. So now we have this girl as engaged in this art. Now this school was trying to cover this thing up. Why?
Because it's going to actually
Image.
tarnish their own image. Because I read something, I think 2016, they actually go punish that school. 2 years old girl was
Wait, that was
molested.
2018.
16.
Oh, yeah, the same place.
The same school, they actually
2 years.
hired.
Crazy.
It's 2 years old.
They actually hired a stupid son that God will, I don't let me curse, please. A son to defend the suspects.
Okay. Now you know.
Someone molested a 2 years old child. 2 years.
This
So they're
is-
trying to cover it up.
Now, see, okay,
It's
if we
law.
look at it,
It's law.
let's look
If I
at
do
it.
something wrong and you charge me to court,
I'll just-
I don't just come and just.
Now, okay,
accept
let me
do something.
One thing I've wanted
Then I know
to
they
do.
did something,
I
but for
get
you
just
to
a
even have
minute.
the mind
I mean, like
to
this.
take such a case.
Do you know the
Just a minute,
consequences?
just a
Like, do
minute,
you understand the
just a
gravity?
minute, just a minute.
You will do everything to defend yourself.
Let's look at this from a school's point of view. Let's put all our grievances of a 10-year-old, the mother, the covering of the case. You are a school owner. Your school goes on a competition to Dubai. I agreed there was a mere oversight of guardians in each rooms with them. But then there is one thing, like, I remember as kids, we always hear this thing, remember the son whom you have. So now, even if there were no guardians in that room, remembering the values you took from home should prevent you from doing certain
course,
things.
yeah.
Now, let's cut that part out. That's a fixed point. Like, parenting was a big issue in this thing.
I'm telling you,
A
it's
very big
sensitive.
one. Just
Even
a
for
minute.
the boys.
Just a minute. Now. If parenting was a big issue, which is both on both ends, those in the room and not. Now it now boils down to, okay, me as a school, I'm going to take my fault for not giving you guardians, but then I'm not going to take blame for what your child did.
I mean, it's not
Then
the teacher, it's not the teacher and the
fault.
student, it's students.
It's students.
Yeah.
Do you get
In
so
one
you
way or
should
the other.
suspend
In
them?
one way or the other.
See,
Or
listen,
something.
there's a limit.
Suspend
Yes,
it, but then how do you have someone
there is a limit to the amount of blame a school would take. So yes, I could come up and okay, yeah, so we as Chrisland, we hereby said that okay, we should have put in do you know that if this makes it to court?
The
They'll
school-
suffer it.
Yeah, the school
Yes.
will win now.
The school will win because they will be able to prove matter of fact that this is not this girl's first time. So let's take away the issue of guardian or no guardian. This was a self-willed something. It was consensual among.
What?
But then,
No.
at what
No.
point?
So let's even leave that one out. Let's even forget that one. Now it makes the point just gets erased. Like okay, so it was not her first time. She was having the time of her life. It wasn't forced. It wasn't
Okay,
rape.
fine.
It
It's
wasn't
not
anything.
forced. I want to
But
ask
then
a
the school
question.
still be penalized.
I want to
Why
ask-
would the school be penalized?
This is why I
I
think
want
the
to
school will be
ask a question.
penalized.
Why does that mean that she's having the moment of her life, or what did you just say? Why do we always center having fun, like having the best thing of your life to sex?
Okay.
But that's
Okay,
not-
no.
that's
That's not the angle. That's basically she was enjoying herself. They were playing, she was playing with every other boy in that
She's
video.
enjoying herself. Don't stop saying.
No,
that
we're trying
she's
to
enjoying
counter the
herself.
fact that he said she was raped.
No, listen.
No, that's what the
What was released? What Ubi Franklin's tweet was.
Yeah.
She
Yeah,
was
that's
raped. Do you know I, as a school, could sue for libel against Ubi Franklin and against the family for telling me she was raped?
Where she wasn't.
I would continue running my school. They would pay for damages.
Yeah.
True.
Do you know that this video does not in any way implicate Chrisland, except the fact that when we look at morals of guardians, it doesn't.
Be like,
Except
no,
from
please tell us
except from the point of there were supposed to be guardians in the room.
No, that's not the
And
point.
the fact
And it's not the point.
That's not the point. That's not the point. Okay. You said Chrisland is what? What do you like? The word that you used, I want to like take it up from there. You said something that Chrisland would not be penalized or something. They have no fault. They have no fault.
If this gets to court, no. If you look at it, sorry, if there is a moral court, if there is a court that deals with morals and the people, just like the Korean movie, Devil Judge, yeah. If there's a court like that,
Is this school a boarding school?
It's not.
I don't even know. Is Chrisland a boarding school?
Now, if it's a boarding school, I won't blame the school.
Because even the most protected
Even if
body
it's
school
not.
self, because they do not less.
Exactly. So, like, this has nothing to do with the school.
See, honestly,
Definitely
if you are all
let's listen to that.
I really like to.
Let's listen to.
No,
Okay, fine. Okay, let's bring the screen to our house. They went to the competition, and the video that we saw online showed that there's a jersey, like an outerwear the boy was putting on, and had Team Chrisland written boldly on it. Okay, point number one. That one already points out that okay, fine, this school is this is that. Now, two, when did because they said Chrisland tried covering it up. When did Chrisland know about the whole
that's
the time frame?
That's the question nobody has been able to
The time frame where Chrisland actually knew about the whole situation, and the time frame they got the parents involved. Like, can't you see that?
1 month.
Yeah, that's is it a month?
Yes, no.
Wow, that's interesting.
Okay, so basically,
now,
I think
There's
Now
some,
we-
there's a child that can.
When it comes to
Maybe one of the
when it
one
comes
of
to
the
the
child, one
and
of
that
the boys.
wait, and the fact that
Parents
Chrisland they subjected the girl to numerous tests and covered it up as
Yeah,
COVID.
pregnancy
now
tests.
that
And at the end
now
of the day,
that-
at the end
that
of the
is
day,
where-
it was
that
actually
is
a
where-
pregnancy test.
no, like that is where they come in. Like that is where they are guilty.
They are actually guilty.
As to
You can
what
hold them
happened,
from that
as to the sex and all,
That's
Chrisland has nothing.
But when it comes to
But the whole covering it up, that's what I was going to say. I was going to
Because
say
let's assume, that's why I mentioned the whole wear. Let's assume that wear was not there. Like, okay,
Even
there's no
as
they
evidence.
had sex with the wear. I mean, it's still not Chrisland's fault.
sorry, wait,
No,
wait,
You can as well
sorry. So
Anybody can wear that
based on this, let's try to draw a timeline.
Yeah,
Let's try
we are
to
trying to do it.
No. Based on so now if it's a month, yeah, based on the mother's video, the mother said something along the lines of
COVID test.
COVID test
Actually, it was
and being
pregnant.
called to school, then wondering why the child didn't want to go to school and all of that. Then I think I saw, I don't know how I got that information about something, about the video circulating on Instagram amongst them. Now, even Chrisland probably didn't even get to know about this until the video started circulating on Instagram.
Okay.
Amongst
Yes,
them.
and you know, mothers could be extreme. It could actually be COVID test they went for. Chill. And then the mother just like, African mothers. Because this thing has happened. So she thinks maybe they've known for a long time. And they are trying
She
to
said
look for
something.
friends.
No, she said something. She said you need blood test for. She said you need blood test for COVID. Yes, you do.
Don't you?
Yes, you do.
No, sometimes you
Even
don't.
you-
Sometimes you don't.
Yes, you
Sometimes
do.
you don't.
The last
Sometimes you just like focus on
Yeah.
the
But
blood.
then the ones I've done two, and you do. They took my blood samples. In fact, they took 2 vials, and I was like, "Oh, you are stealing my blood. What are you going to do?" It was much. They took 2 vials at the different times. So I agree with you. It could actually be COVID test.
It could be COVID, but then she said it was actually pregnancy.
Okay.
Did Chrisland not say? Are they like denying the claim that it's not the pregnancy?
They are not even talking about that.
But
It's
it's crazy, yeah, but
But
can
she
we
said
come back?
the mother said they did pregnancy test for the
Yeah,
girl.
okay. Can we come back to our society? Let's say the parents, they failed, the school failed. Now let's look at our society. What is happening presently in our society? Because this whole thing, because she's complaining about the style, how this girl was able to learn this, what she did and all of that.
Okay.
This girl's not just, okay, let's assume that, they didn't just, if that wasn't the first time,
Yes.
what?
That was
Yes, she said it's not, so where did she get it from?
someone has been actually having sex with that girl, but we don't know.
No.
Let's say no.
Sorry. Point of correction. Don't say someone. Say the
She
girl
has been
has
having
been.
sex.
Thank you. Exactly. So,
Whatever.
Or
All
she
that.
has been trying to see.
She's
You can't tell
You don't get.
something that sparks our interest.
Sexual curiosity.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
just tell them into that way.
And
And
somebody
we
Must
know
have
that-
seen
we know
something.
that-
Don't say
Maybe she didn't
somebody.
engage in sex.
You might not
We
actually, she
know
might
that
not have been
this
engaged.
generation
Yes.
believes
No,
in
leave the
exploration.
video. Maybe she
Actually,
learns
she
it. Maybe
might not
like you
be
said,
engaged.
fast
let me
learner.
ask you
So
something. Let me ask you guys something. Let's say this is your first time having sex. I know this is actually.
What of we that will not have sex?
I bet it.
I'm just
So,
saying actually like.
let's assume you watch porn. You watch porn and all and all.
Or
So
romantic
the
movies.
first time you want to try it, did you just become a pro?
Okay,
Yes, sir.
now listen.
Did
Wait,
you
nobody's
answer my
contending the
question?
facts.
Answer my question. If you
Quick one, chill.
does not
No
know
one, no one is contending the fact that your first time is
Answer
always
my
not easy.
question.
So that girl has definitely been.
That's what I'm
into it.
saying. That's what.
It's
That can be her
obvious.
first
It's
time.
definitely not her first
That's
time.
like, you don't get.
It's not. Your first time is not
You
easy.
don't get.
So she
So
had
now we
the
are talking
first time she had said maybe at the age of 9, 8, 7, 6.
We can't
How do we
even
We
explain
can't
this?
explain it. That's the thing. But
can't
that,
even tell.
nobody can tell me
Do
that
you know the
that's her
funny
first
thing?
time.
Do you know the funny thing is? Something like
It
something
can.
like something like this
Yeah,
would
no,
have
no.
happened in the home,
And they
And they corrected it.
corrected it.
and then you just feel like that, and then you just like see the like.
See, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
Like,
The
like
parents-
just home, not school, not school
even
days.
okay. Now let's address this. You as a mother, or you as a parent, you definitely would not want to have your child on the cross.
Actually.
Of course. That,
Yes.
I was
So
about to
if
ask
this
how
has
you
happened,
going to-
before, like I said, it might have happened
Of
before,
course.
and then they caught this just in the
Do you know?
family,
Do you
and
realize?
then
Do you
just
realize?
like
Do you
now.
realize the old thing? Do you realize the old
She
thing?
won't come to say,
Okay,
wait,
we
did
are
you
not
that?
even
This has
addressing.
happened before.
We're not even
corrected
addressing
that.
something. This girl lied to her parents.
Yeah, so just
So guys, let's just come back to the conversation. I think we've been seeing a lot about the school, the child, the boys, parenting, everything. So I think the question is, who actually is to be blamed in this situation? Because it's as if we're ruminating and talking about many things. I think we should just let's just answer the question: who is to be blamed?
I think Mila should go first because I mean
Uncle Mila.
it's quite neutral to this
Uncle
conversation
Mila.
right there.
Alright, so my own take is this. I'm not going to point a blame to anyone in particular because the whole situation, even though I still believe that there are some blanks that needs filling on my own end, the whole thing is this. If we should say the one particular person is at fault, that's a lie. It's more or less like people they're all at fault and there's no one at fault. Okay, so here's my take. The Chrisland school at first, they have a little bit of negligence on their part, whereby leaving the kids unauthorized to or like unattended to. The fact that I have questions on how the lodging was done, whereby the tutor or the teachers should have lodged in probably in a room next to each other or opposite each other. That being said, the fact that the mother also tried defending her daughter in the sense that the school took time for some tests and she wasn't aware and the rest, and also the fact that the school the timeline in which the school had actually like known about the whole situation to the point where they contacted or brought up the parent. I think that the parents even found out from another parent. That was like so it's more or less like the school wanted to like cover it up. So also from the child's fault is also no, the child's fault is that she's already too exposed. She's not naive. Yeah, she's exposed. There's this level of sexual expertise that she was given. So, during the whole process, I don't know if she was actually 10 or 13 years old. That age range, she knows a lot. Let me just put it like that. And also the boys. Well, that's the boys that
I think he points out the fact that those guys around, did not see anything bad in what was happening. So they could not call them out to it.
Exactly. So
Yeah,
a
that's
lot of
No. I think I don't agree with that because in that video, we could hear a boy say, "Oh, I'm just looking. You these children. This one is 11. This one is 13." It was there, so they knew it was
so
wrong.
also
might not be
let's
wrong
I'm still on my point that the fact that we know Chrisland should be a school that has a lot of controversies in the past, and yet their parents are still taking their kids to the school. So that also, I think from the society point of view, probably the owner of Chrisland is someone that is elite. So
Yeah, sure.
let's
So,
so that also should also be something that also I think that's all. I think I've mentioned everyone. I've mentioned the parties, I've mentioned the school, I've mentioned the parents. Okay, and the parents also, the girls' parents are actually, I'll say, I think they are naive to the fact that they don't know what their child does, or they're
talking about that, right? Like in the parents' perspective, I think every parent in this country tries their best.
Sure.
Right? So first off, I'll give an instance. I wrote a story, someone published it a few years ago, about how privileged I am. And one of my testimonies is how much my parents invested to giving me some kind of exposure. But not sexual exposure. I mean, not this kind of. Do you get? But then these parents try their best to give their children exposure, like learn the world outside of my house.
Okay, sure.
Right?
That freedom.
That freedom of learning the world outside of their house.
That's a trust.
So the parents, in a way, no, chill. The parents, if you had the money, you fly your kids out in like 5 years for vacation, and then of course you'll be with them. But then if it's a school thing, right, and it's vacation, come on, you allow your kids go have fun. You will trust the schools to take care of them, right?
I don't think there's no guide to this parenting thing.
Yeah,
it's just pure love.
It's
I don't know.
relative.
I'm not saying it's love. I'm not saying it's love. It may be love actually.
Because it's not easy.
It's not love.
It's based
It's
on
just like a
children.
coin.
It's based on the children.
It's just like a
Okay,
coin.
on the parents' side, right, they do their work, and then I think it's just lucky the children takes in that. And then, but on the child's part, it is not luck, it's your personal decision.
They normally
It's what you want to do.
You know what that means?
No, we allow us give birth to bad child.
What you said.
Yeah, sure.
But then you see now your father said about child is the mother's home. Or what did you say?
No, that one is different.
But then it still boils down to how much the parents are able to give attention to the child.
That child is bad. I don't care about the parents. It's not about the parents. Because they may give that child everything.
Sure.
Your village
That
people
child,
follow you too.
not village people. That child is just bad.
Sure.
Because that child is just bad. Normally.
But okay, look at something actually. Now let's look at how about kids that actually don't have parents that bring them up or something, right? So where do they get this, like, in quotes, morals from? How do they develop these things? How do they try to shield themselves from whatever bad things are coming, or how do they tend to like know their good from their bad? Like, I don't understand. Like, let's
I think I'll just come in that answer. To answer your question, I'll kind of share my story a bit. I lost my mom when I was 9. Yeah, 8, 9. I can't even remember. But it's a long time ago. And since she died, I actually didn't really have anybody to put me through. Oh, this is what you're supposed to do. This is what you're not supposed to do. Even when I was actually menstruating, my first menstruation, I can't forget that day. I didn't know what to do.
911.
Call 911.
helicopter.
Like, I was confused. Like, when I saw the blood, I was like, thankfully for me, we were already talking about it in class. I started my message, you know how it is, you know how girls could be now. It was just like, if you start your menstruation first, then you're the big girls. Then you get.
Like now, when they run from us.
So I was able to have a little idea from that. So when I saw it, I wasn't really alarmed that, did somebody shook me, knife or something? So you get, because it came with pain. So I had to go through, there was this book, then I don't know if they still share that book to you now. Always book that they will tell you about how it's going to do and stuff like that, blah, blah, blah. I had to go through that book because then they came to our school, so they gave us a drum part like that. I can never forget my life. Just following week, they gave us, why would I film it? Why are you like, oh my God. But still, even with that book, I still don't know how to properly put it hard. So apparently, do you know how bad that is? Like, I'll just put it. So So it will be shifting. I'll be like, the picture I normally see is always intact. So what's going on? Why is it always shifting? Until one day, out of curiosity, I'm like, what's even this thing? I open it. That was when I now saw the. You have an idea of what I'm
The
talking about?
actual stuff that should absorb in blood.
3 months. Very good month though.
So
After it.
basically, you were wearing the like nylon part.
So what am I getting?
That's
at?
alarming.
Sometimes,
Okay.
right? Some kids have a way of training themselves. Because I literally all the ones I have now, it wasn't easy. Honestly, at a point, it was through mistakes and stuff like that. I was able to get to this point.
Experience,
But,
basically.
sort of experience, but sometimes seeing something that.
So can we accept this as a mistake and then allow this child to make? I don't know.
No!
Because I
When
don't
I
know.
say mistake, is literally not from my own part. The mistake doesn't have to be from my own part.
But then,
But it's
But
okay
then-
for you to make mistakes.
Yes, it's okay as a human being, but there's some times whereby you just need to call yourself to order and be like,
This girl did not make a mistake.
She doesn't-
This
she
doesn't
doesn't
even
make
a mistake.
This is not a
This
mistake.
is not a mistake.
mistake.
She was
She
experiencing
knows what
she
she's
was
doing.
She knows what she
so
was
let's-
doing.
She knows what she was
You don't need to
doing.
go into that topic
the
again.
fact of rape should be kicked out. It's not
It's not rape. No. You know, when you talk about the issue of rape, it now almost brings us to the legal aspect of Chrisland and probably the family, Ubi Franklin's tweet and everything. If this were to go to a court, Chrisland would walk out free of charge.
Of course.
No dent. No, because basically it's like we put them in their rooms. She left our room, went to another room unawares, and besides, this video doesn't look like rape. I'm pretty sure that it's going to be the family of one of those boys that released that video on purpose.
There may be some kind of beef actually.
I'm very sure because this video has been in circulation for a month without getting to Twitter. Why is it really Franklin's Twitter? I don't know, do you get the logic? It happened 1 month ago. This video has been existing for a month now. Why is it out now?
Well, I
So-
talking to what the
Maybe
Frankie
they were
also
trying
said.
to
They
fix
are trying to
behind.
cover it.
Maybe they're not
Cover
getting
it.
what
Cover
they
it.
wanted.
No, definitely
Then
they've
you
been
have
trying
to
to
fix
fix
it.
it. Definitely they've been trying to fix it because I know
How do you
Chrisland
fix
is a
that?
top school.
So for a month,
because
the mother did
Chrisland
not
is
know
a-
about this.
No. This is the thing. Chrisland is a top school. They would definitely want to walk out of this without a scratch to their name.
Of course.
So definitely they would have been underground checks. Now, this video coming out now, it could even be Chrisland's doing. Because it's like, oh, so now they're telling like us that we didn't take care of their children and their child got raped. Okay, is this the video?
But
Is it rape?
Yeah.
That kind of
If
thing.
that's-
That
could be.
That could be.
yeah, to
what happened.
actually,
could be.
Like
Exactly. So now this video even just because let's look at it. Who does this video favor the most? It cancels the mother's claim, cancels Ubi Franklin's
yes,
claim,
because you can't tell me that
and
girl was
they are justified.
She's not drugged.
Because now the only thing she was laughing and joining them, and she was playing, she was very close with every other
You really
person.
have a problem with this
I'm
style.
telling you, I have a problem with it.
No. The thing now comes
I have a
in.
problem with it.
The default Chrisland claims and all this is okay, probably considering this for a month without the parents notice or really because it all boils down to parenting. What's your style of parenting? Is parenting luck? Is it God
But
given
then we
grace?
can't say it favors Chrisland now. Like you saying it favors
No,
Chrisland.
I'm not saying.
Like,
It's not
It's
exactly.
not exactly
See,
it
see,
favors
see,
Chrisland.
After this issue is there, Chrisland will still run their school. Students will still go to their
Even
school.
that's what the
They will
talk
still
about
pay
how
their
they
school.
take
That just
their
make their
taxes.
money, right?
Do you even realize Chrisland can sue for defamation to both the family and to both the
Because what the story they told is wrong,
Is wrong.
right?
They said
So like they have a
And she
higher
wasn't
stance and
raped.
everything. Now this girl lied to her parents.
Obviously.
Fluently.
Obviously.
So Chrisland would file for if Chrisland files for lawsuit
Did she
tomorrow.
lie to her parents? Okay, let's look at it that
She
the fact
would.
that the parents didn't know and she did not say anything. That's not a lie now.
No, but see, there has been cases where she said that they called her for tests.
Okay,
Okay,
sorry, please.
and then she was
Wait.
so at the
Sorry, I
point.
want to draw your attention to something. If she heard from another parent and she saw the video, how was that concluded rape?
No, it's not even if the child was truly raped, why didn't she say anything for a month?
the child didn't lie. She just kept quiet.
Actually, the child probably just kept quiet. But I mean, they were inviting this girl.
It would
for
be a
sex.
lie.
Sorry,
if
sorry,
the parents-
Right? And then at the
Sorry,
point, he said that the girl did not want to go to
I'm
school.
sorry, I want to
Should be
draw
consent by
your
parents.
attention to this.
Why
now.
don't- why
Sorry,
don't-
wait. Sorry, sorry, I want to draw your
Just
attention.
think
I want to draw
that
your
keeping
attention.
quiet is also
No,
because
no, actually, this
Yeah.
girl actually lied. Because I, as a father, I cannot call Uber Franklin to tell Uber Franklin that my daughter was raped if she didn't tell me she was raped.
So
Do you
Except if you're trying to.
So that means they did
picture
not see
that
the
she
video.
was raped
Are
before they
you trying to
concluded.
Before
say
they concluded.
the claim rape was actually put there in the first place by the donor?
Obviously.
Like drawing all
See,
conclusions,
do you
drawing
know-
everything that is
see,
happening.
see,
That's
see,
the most
see,
like.
Let's
That's
let's
most likely
the girl
scenario.
apart. Do you know some ladies who have sex that are actually
Consensual. And they
And
tell
they
you
will
it's
tell
rape.
you
Okay,
it's
look at
Yeah,
this
yeah.
Twitter event that happened just last week. Sexual, I mean, last week or 2 weeks ago.
No,
It's not even, it's not
Which
far. The lady that said she was raped by a particular guy and then came out to say it was all a joke.
oh okay, and they
Yeah,
arrested
That it
her.
was all a joke
No,
that they arrested
there
her.
was
Oh,
one-
those.
there was one that happened recently. Okay, what happened was this. Okay, they had a sort of like a mini hangout.
Oh, that the
Oh.
guy wrote the story.
Eh,
Like I read it and
It was
I
a
was
DM
like,
now. It was a DM.
I
Look
have
at the lady's reply. Now
so
the
like
lady is
the guy
married.
just spoke with it. Like,
The lady is married and
she's
she has a
married
kid.
and the guy is still dealing with the trauma.
And now the guy is dealing with trauma because of the fact that
She
said
lied.
she lied that.
Because she's trying to protect her own
Okay,
self-respect.
let me just quickly highlight what the DM was about. Okay, the lady said, the guy said they went for a mini hangout. So at the end of that day, he slept with, they both slept with each other because it was consensual. But at that after the next day when they were together, she told the group that they were together, like the group of friends that they went for that vacation together, that the guy raped her, and the guy didn't actually know, like he wasn't there when she actually said so. So the lady said she only did that because she felt a little bit embarrassed because it was their first night. She didn't want to come out cheap to those group of friends that she slept with someone she met that day.
So are you saying
at
that
the end of the day,
lie?
the guy asked, like the guy didn't actually know till later on when a
No,
friend
they were actually avoiding it.
yeah, they were avoiding him.
They
Yeah,
were
so he
avoiding
didn't
him.
know.
So you
So
didn't
it was a friend that told him that okay, this is this and this is that. And since that time, the guy has trust issues. He has like messed
So
up
you
with the
say
guy. He
for
can't
years now, for
actually.
I don't know, maybe 6 years old.
And now, like the guy
And
is
till
married.
then, he still has the trauma.
Like, do you know how mentally draining that would be? There's no way she
I
could
will
actually like trust a lady anymore
That's
because
why
of that
there's-
experience.
Because
And fine, he said he said if he wanted to like use that experience to actually like treat ladies badly, he would have, but he's not doing that. He understands that this is out. Like there's just some things that will happen and it will
But
like shape them.
this boils down to the fact that this girl is trying to just protect her image in the face of her parents.
Yes.
Right? So
So
if
the
she goes to
person that
school,
lied.
she's a bad person or whoever she is.
Yeah.
Then when she comes back home, she's a very good
very
daughter. You get so
Because
anything that wants to
which
drive
parents would not want
a
to
bad
But then
decision
the
kind
parent
of
the
thing.
parent is saying that they are calling her names in school.
Why would they
So
call
why
her?
would
that's-
they
that's what
if
she
you
is.
know when because there was a tweet
They
about
have the right to call
Who is
her.
calling her
no,
names?
there was a
The
tweet
students or the
that
teachers?
said
The mother said the teachers are
called
calling
her
her
a
stupid
stupid
girl.
girl.
and the reluctant-
Now, sorry. Let me draw your attention to this. Now, that video was making rounds on Instagram, closed circle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, even that teacher that might have called her a stupid girl might have not called her a stupid girl in awareness of this particular video.
True.
Yes, we accept that there are some teachers that have anger issues that shouldn't even be teachers in the first place. We've all experienced one. We've experienced those kind of teachers one way or the other. Geo gets and physics too.
And intro,
And intro tech. And I want to
thank you.
now,
That's a business one.
it now boils down to let's teachers aside. Okay, do you even know that funny enough, the teacher might have not called her stupid girl, and the child came up to tell. Is it not what your child tells you to say?
Can
Oh,
we
did
come back to the fact that it was, let's not take away the boy. We're just
Boy,
paying attention
yeah.
to the girl. So it was consensual, like
Yes.
it was. Like these guys, let's say they were not forced into doing, they decided to have sex. Now the question should be, why should children below the age of 18 be having sex?
Below the age of 15.
15, whatever, 13, no, but I don't know what 18. Really, why should they be having sex? That's what we should talk about.
The society itself doesn't help.
Children, this generation, not our generation, this new generation are exposed to a lot of things we were not exposed to. Right? So I think basically, how do I say now? The way you just control your kids to the whole internet thing, but it's not possible. They are dragging.
Honestly,
they are dragging
it
our
still
children
boils down to home training.
Parenting is not easy.
And
Like I said,
but still,
Charity begins at home.
I'm telling you,
the point is, while we have children who are now becoming parents, like a girl of 18 years giving birth to a child and taking care of the child, you still need training, you still need you need someone to take responsibility.
18-year-old girls are supposed to be in a parent's house.
Yes, but now you're seeing people 18, 20, they're not ready for marriage, they're not ready for relationship. And that's why we have this whole thing about toxic relationship. Because people are they don't have the mind to be in a relationship, to all of whatever comes with it.
Apart from the rape victims, that is why you do your thing under yourself and trousers.
No. That's where sex education comes into play.
Do your thing under your skirt and trousers.
What do you teach you? What's the age? What's the appropriate age?
Sex education should be like imbibed in our curriculum.
No. Aside even curriculum in school, you as a parent, what age do you expose your child to this talk? Now, if you look at Black Americans, if you watch Black American movies a lot, or you read their commentaries, they have this thing which we call the talk. It's called the black talk. So it's that talk where you understand that, okay, when you are pulled over by a police, hands of the steering, your hands like I'm saying. So now they talk about that kind. So now sexually, this sex education, when do you have this talk?
And to be honest, let's be factual with our environment, right? Let's look at our current realities in this country. This is a country where parents go to work as early as 8, 9. It's maximum like a parent leaves. Maximum late. A parent leaves the house is 9 a.m. Right? They have to get to work, and then they come back really late at night, 7. The earliest you can say parents come back will be 6 o'clock, right? Or let's say 7. Right now, I would say that 70% or 80% of education is dependent on the school. There's nothing else to say. There is little to what the parents can do when it comes to versatility.
But then,
what the parents can imbibe in a child that we know that you are very much responsible for is called morals.
But
Right.
those
Every
morals
other thing
was built on.
No. Morals and sex education is two different things.
No. I have the parent. No.
They are two different things.
Let me draw your
Sex
attention.
education is something to prevent an action.
No. Let me draw
Morals
your
is
attention to
built a
something.
lifestyle.
Let me draw your attention to something now.
Do you get-
Morals, values.
Morals have
whatever,
everything
it starts
incorporated in it.
from the
It starts
parents
from the
here.
parents,
So
yes.
now, if the morals and values the parent gives your child is not enough, there is
I'm
nothing
not
to
saying
build
that
upon.
everybody gives
Even
a
in
good.
school.
I'm
Even
not
in
saying everybody
school.
gives a good moral.
Because they
Right? I'm just trying to
are
see a scenario of someone that does
No.
and like average.
Understood.
An
No.
average like that.
There are scenarios where the morals and values from the home is not enough. These children go out there to learn these things from their peers. It goes a long way to still say that your morals and values that you get from home take you a long way. Listen to that story. The morals and values she got in
Do
her early
you
age
know
keeps her
that
now.
your morals you get from home actually is not what you just take and allow? You get it to be adjusted
You adjust it to your
based
preference.
on what you experience outside.
Definitely.
Right? So if my parents are telling me that I cannot keep full hair, and they give me their reasons, which is valid, and then I go out, no. I see other people do the same, and I want to ask questions. What do your parents say about these things? You just get different views about some things, right? And then you can now say, okay, I want to adjust this thing. Do you get it? You take values from your house and then it gets adjusted outside. Right? So, if my parents don't allow me to do something like this, I can go outside and then get opinions that makes me adjust it. So if they say I don't keep full hair, at the same time I don't want to do something that's very low. So you can get to a middle ground and then keep something like very medium, right? So at a point, your parents tend to allow you to do some things on your own, and then it gets to be free like that. Do you get that kind of thing?
So we keep adjusting in life.
Yes,
basically.
you adjust based on what you meet, right? Based on what you experience, what you're engaging
So
outside.
it's not even about the parents, because because they tell you this and you go outside, you see something else, you adjust it. It
Yeah,
depends,
you don't,
depends on the
it's not
personality
necessarily
and your
something
awareness of what
else.
is right and wrong.
I don't think so. You decide what you now tag as right and wrong.
Yeah, that's the awareness.
The morals and everything you get from home is to make you be able to see right and wrong. Then you decide what you can now tag as being right or wrong. Right? Look at the picture you showed me today. That you're saying, can I see my daughter? Or can I allow my daughter wear such dresses? I already explained it to you that for me personally, my daughter can wear that shit out. But this thing, right and wrong, coming from those two ends, is relative. Right? What some parents allow, some parents do not allow. Right? So some people it is right. So to me it is not right. That doesn't mean I should judge this person and not let me use the word judge. To just like tag that person as being bad. Do you get some
parents will be like,
yeah, exactly.
Some will give you one
But
convex
different, we're coming from different backgrounds. So that's another thing. You adjust from what you see. You adjust your morals from what you see.
So guys, we've heard the different opinions here. It's crazy what we see in our society presently. I'm afraid like every day we wake up to different things, different stories, things happening, and I don't know where they are coming from. And we can't continue to live like this. We need to put an end to things like this. The society is becoming really toxic. So I don't know, like we've all given our opinion, but we want to hear what you have to tell us. Tell us what you think. Should we blame the society for this? Should we blame the parents, the school, the children? Who is to be blamed? Because I don't know what else to say. Guys.
Tell us in the comment section.
Like,
We'd like to hear
comment,
from you.
subscribe,
do everything.
and share this video. Let's get more views on this.
Adios.